What is up, YouTube? This is Rob from RP Model Railroads. I've got yet another unboxing video to share with you all, which means more of Aaron's fine work for the Ephrata Valley Railroad. So let's dig into this box. Okay. First, what do we have here? RP's eyes only, billing statement. No problem. Alright, and what do we have here? The deal of a lifetime. Don't miss out. Check that out. The wonderful State Bird Super Sale. Spend $70 or more at any Anderson Line Systems location and we'll send you 2.5 pounds of grade A Minnesota mosquitoes absolutely free. Think of the savings. You're robbing us. Well, you know what? I think I will keep the Pennsylvania mosquitoes. They are just enough to deal with. But thanks for the offer. Now, let's remove more of these packing peanuts and dig into the awesome stuff in this box. Alright. Starting off with this here. Alright, check this out. So this is basically a junkyard scrap pile for the Putnik Salvage Junkyard that Aaron put together, and as you can see, used some reddish brown paint to look like rust. Put together from a bunch of junk, really, that he had in his collection, or spare parts. And it got turned into something that is somewhat beautiful here. Junk pile for the Putnik Salvage Junkyard. So you can see the remains of a Tyco car up there that was already busted. And also what appears to be a Tyco Kenworth cab over there that was already busted. Now part of the scrap pile. I have some sort of a construction vehicle there. A tank car that's cut in half. And then as we look on this side, we have the remains of EV9. An old Ephrata Valley cattle car that has since been busted and is now part of the junkyard. You can see part of the door of it up there. Yeah, this scrap pile is it's pretty large and it's going to fit right in the Putnik Salvage Junkyard. Great work. Okay, what else do we have? Oop, we have a little vehicle here. Okay, so this is a Tyco car. I believe it's actually a Tyco Camaro that Aaron redid to look like the old Pennsylvania State Trooper police vehicles. Take a look at the detail, it looks great. So you have the small green keystone there, then you also have the dark green on the hood of the car and the trunk lid, and the small beacon light there on top of the car. It looks great. Then here's the front side, and here's the opposite side. Okay, so now somewhere on the streets of the Ephrata Valley Railroad, there's going to be a old Pennsylvania State Trooper police vehicle, and it'll fit right in with the arrow on the layout. Looks great. Okay, what we have here. Okay, here is an old Hot Wheels crane, actually, from 1987. That's what the date on the bottom of this thing says. That Aaron redid for the Ephrata Valley Maintenance of Way team. Just check this thing out. So, this crane was actually in pretty rough shape that Aaron had in his collection, and he took a old Hot Wheels crane that actually is pretty close to HO scale and turned it into something great for the Ephrata Valley Maintenance of Way team. Just take a look at the details on the front of the crane. Looks awesome. And then here's the opposite side of the crane. There we go. And the back end of the crane. Yeah, so this Hot Wheels Ephrata Valley Maintenance of Way crane will be making its way somewhere to the streets of the Ephrata Valley Railroad layout, or who knows, it might even be somewhere in the Norristown Yard, as I like to call it, on the layout. The crane looks great. Alright. Here we have... Oh yes. Yes, I was highly anticipating this. There we go. So, I gave Aaron the idea of making a logo for the Spartan Tire manufacturing company. A tire with an old Spartan Warrior's helmet plume on top of it. And he took my idea and ran with it and turned it into something great. So here is the Spartan Tire Company sign. So it actually stands quite tall, which is great because it'll complement the height of the building. But there is the official Spartan Tire logo right there with the tire and the Spartan plume on the back of it. Three-dimensional. Here it is from this angle. And the back side of the sign, which looks great. And of course the pole going all the way down is pretty simple, so we get to the bottom, which looks nice. And here we have a sign that says Spartan Parking. That's going to be indicating the parking for the employees of Spartan Tire Manufacturing whenever I get around to officially completing the parking lot. And then here we are on the front side with a light that'll shine up at the sign at nighttime, hypothetically. And there's another close-up of the sign. This sign looks awesome. It looks great. Excellent job, Aaron. I really love how this Spartan Tire sign turned out. And I also like how hollow the plume looks as well. I think that adds to the whole idea of this being a giant sign standing tall around the top of the building. So excellent work. I really love the sign. All right, we've got more packing peanuts. Okay. A new face for the EV. Take a look at that artwork. And a bright future for railroading. 2,000 horsepower, top-of-the-line electrical equipment, ergonomic design, all from the industry leader in locomotives. EMD has set the bar again by taking the rugged power and reliability of the GP38 before and combining them with the top-of-the-line modern locomotive technology. EMD has revolutionized the locomotive industry. EV buys EMDs. Revolutionize your railroad. Revolutionize your railroad too. I don't know why I tripped up over that, but take a look at that fine artwork there. That looks great. So this is like a piece of Ephrata Valley Railroad propaganda, really, advertising for what's about to be revealed in this box. Okay, this is actually a repainted car. This car was done for the Ephrata Valley Railroad some time ago, and then it was sent back to Aaron Anderson to get redone, and here it is in its present scheme, the Ephrata Valley High Cube car. It's got a nice white door, which turned out pretty nice. And here we are on the opposite side, and if you notice up close with the logo is showing an arrow pointing up, and you can also see little black wheels under there and the white on top representing the roof. It's supposed to be a profile shot of a High Cube boxcar on the side of the Ephrata Valley High Cube 8300. And here is what the side looks like. And of course, we already have seen this side of the High Cube boxcar, and there's that side. This High Cube boxcar turned out great. It looks way better than it originally did, and it'll be on the Ephrata Valley Railroad, riding the rails real soon. Alright, here we go with yet another Ephrata Valley freight car. Okay. Ship crops fast on EV. So this covered hopper here is basically imitating the scheme of Ephrata Valley Railroad diesels. We have Heritage Red along with a yellow stripe and a white slanted nose, or really white slant to the side of the boxcar. We also have some nice silver details on the roof and white detailing on the step ladders, or I should say the railings going up the side of the covered hopper. Ship crops fast on EV. So this is basically just a generic Ephrata Valley Railroad covered hopper that takes the scheme of Ephrata Valley Railroad diesel locomotives. Looks awesome. There's the underside. Yeah, that looks awesome. Okay. Alright, and here we are. So this is Ephrata Valley number 1503. It's another Heritage Red Lifelike GP38-2 low hood. Just check out the details on this diesel. This is a dummy, by the way. It is missing some of the plastic headlight inserts and stuff, and number boards, but I should have them somewhere in my collection. Here is the opposite side. The bright yellow handrails, safety yellow handrails, really add an extra touch to this low hood GP38-2 dummy. And then here is the back end. Yeah, wow. Number 1503 is great. And it really showcases some awesome work by the Anderson shops. So there we go. The Ephrata Valley Railroad now has a low hood GP38-2 Heritage Red dummy to ride behind the powered GP38-2 Heritage Red locomotive that the Ephrata Valley Railroad has in its roster. So can't wait to get that riding the rails real soon. Alright. Here we are. Anderson Lines Locomotive Shop. Another piece of artwork. Build it better, he said. When the head engineer of the Ephrata Valley first showed me the pictures and plans for the used Union Pacific DD35 his road had just acquired, spoiler alert, then told me to build it better, I almost laughed in his face. But here at Anderson Lines, we can make anything happen, and that's exactly what we did. We rebuilt the unit from the ground up, starting by adding a cab to this booster unit. We then went to town, rebuilding the trucks, traction motors, you name it. The factory EMD 567 engines are being replaced with EMD C45E engines run off of new electrical cabinets. Not only will this make for a safer, more reliable locomotive, it also gained an extra 1,000 horsepower. We here at the Anderson Line Systems can't wait to see this beauty hauling coal for Pennsy. So check that out. That artwork looks fantastic, and that is yet another handwritten note for what is to come in this box. There have been several spoilers so far. Okay. I believe that is what makes up the rest of this box. This is by far probably the largest thing, or I should say largest Ephrata Valley Railroad locomotive that I have ever unboxed. Wow. Okay, and here it is. Check it out. This is the Ephrata Valley Railroad DD35A number 3500. This thing looks absolutely amazing. I never intended on having a DD35 for the Ephrata Valley Railroad, but when one came up at a really good price that Aaron found, he saw it, snagged it, repainted it, and put a lot of work into getting the old Athearn drive system to work properly in this thing, because it had some gremlins. In fact, the entire locomotive was basically disassembled in a bag, and he put it back together, and man, does this look incredible. Like, no lie, this looks incredible. And this is only the second DD35 that I've ever held in my hands, ever. I had one a few years back that I no longer have, and I was quite impressed with that one. But here is Ephrata Valley Railroad number 3500. This locomotive looks amazing, and as you see down the side, it displays the Ephrata Valley Diamond, also the Ephrata Valley Railroad name spelled out, and the motto of the railroad, Service in Style. I'll hold it back further so you can see the entire locomotive. This locomotive looks phenomenal. It looks absolutely amazing. It really does. Excellent work, Aaron, on not only fixing all the problems with this locomotive and rebuilding it, but also repainting the shell and detailing it for the Ephrata Valley Railroad. It looks amazing. Just check out the silver details on the fans and the exhaust stacks up there. It looks great. And yes, there is a horn that is supposed to be on the cab. It came off while I was unboxing. No worries, I'll just glue it back into place and it'll be good as new. But I am really, really happy with how this DD35 turned out, and I can't wait to run it on the layout. Well, that concludes this unboxing video. Thanks again to Aaron for doing an incredible job, and I'm really happy with everything, and thank you all for watching.